Hello. Hello. Happy Tuesday. I had to remember for a second what day it was. Hello, everyone. It's good to see you. We're doing a chill stream today. No gaming, actually. Well, there might be a little bit of the dulls, perhaps, but it's mostly gonna be other things. Myra, I stayed up all night. Why would you do such a thing? Why would you do such a thing? I hope you can get some rest soon. And you as well, Heather. I saw you both talking about it in the pre-stream chat. But we're here. Hello, everyone. I was up very early this morning. I had an appointment this morning. I urgently need to be somewhere at 11. Oh, I see. Can't believe she's going to sing Rap God for 5 hours. Thank you all for coming to the karaoke stream. I urgently need to be somewhere at 11 a.m. It works out better this way. Okay. Thank you. Oh my god. Holy shit. Okay, first of all, let's go down the list. 16 hours? Was I streaming 16 hours ago? That's crazy. Yarn, thank you for the 75 stream streak. Revan, thank you for the 25. Please, thank you for the 5. Stone King, thank you for the 15. And Ahmed, thank you for the 435. And Corvus last night, thank you for the 20. And Windbreaker last night, thank you for the 35. And Luna last night, thank you for the 220. Jesus, that's big numbers. Hello, everyone. First of all, thank you guys so much for being there last night for the little fundraiser karaoke. I know it meant a lot to Tenchi that we managed to kick off the event successfully, and honestly, I'm thrilled that it went so well. We broke 2k USD by the end of the event. That's so crazy! But I had a really good time, and I hope you guys did too. Yeah, I remember I turned the stream off and I collected myself and I thought I did very good today. I was very proud of myself, so I hope that you guys had a good time too. I unfortunately didn't catch many of the streams because I did have to be up early. But I hope it was a lot of fun. Hello, Giga. Hello. Myra, you're my motivation to wake up in the morning because you go live at 8 a.m. Well, I'm happy to be that for you. I know I feel better whenever I wake up early in the day. So if I can help you in that way, I'm glad to be of help. It was fun. Yippee! Oh, excuse me. Myra, you're my motivation to keep Red Bull on my nightstand so I can wake up at 8. Don't drink Night Bull. Red Bull, even. Well, I don't know. I'm not your mom. Do whatever you want. Or you shouldn't drink it just on my behalf. What are you gonna do with all those wings? So yeah, thank you all for being there. I know this was kind of spontaneous, which is why I was so surprised that we managed to hit so many of my little incentive goals. But thank you so much, everyone, for the help. And I'm sure the Best Friends Animal Society really appreciates it as well. Put him in the air fryer. Myra, you're my motivation to say hi at 5. Hi, Corgi. So in case you missed, I had a few goals up for it, which was the things I still need to do are as follows: drawing 5 Chatter's pets, which I'm doing shortly. Get Digi to go on mic at some point. An extra merch giveaway. I'll set that up after the stream. Someone remind me to do that. Merch giveaway after the stream. Do a cover of Big the Cat song from Sonic Adventure. That'll be sometime next year. I don't really know when. I feel like it's such a summery song, but I don't know if I want to wait until summer. I might cover it a little out of season, but we'll see. Commission art of Tenchi, which I did. I requested my current model artist, this one. for some cute art of Tenchi. I think she's gonna love it a lot. And then I have to sing Ocean Man at some point because we ran out of time. And I said I would do Ocean Man if we hit 700. So for our next karaoke stream that I still owe you guys from the previous event, I'll make sure to sing Ocean Man. I'll make sure to do a rendition of Ocean Man for you guys then. So thank you everyone for the support for the little fundraiser. And stay tuned on Discord regarding the extra merch giveaway. So, as I've said, today we're gonna draw Chatter's pets in MS Paint. We have raffled off 5 wonderful people that sent me pictures of their pets, and I'm very excited to draw them poorly in MS Paint. But I actually have a very nice piece of news. Guess what? I got my letter from Santa. Remember? Remember when we sent a letter from Santa off on stream? I got it back on Saturday. That's right, he sent me a letter! Yippee! And I've been forgetting to read it. I got it on Saturday. During the collab, I think, is when I got the letter, or like shortly before or something like that. And I just forgot to tell you guys about it. But yeah, we got it. So should I read it? I'll read it to you guys. Now, I will be honest. It looks like a poem, and I don't think he's mentioning alcohol in it. So he might have just skimmed over my letter, guys, but it's okay. Let's read it. Dear little friend, okay, I'm 5'8", by the way. Hello, ho ho. The festive season's a wonderful reason to pick up your crayons and write. I love that you wrote your marvelous note. Now Christmas is almost in sight. Rudolph is here and he sends you good cheer as we get the sleigh ready to fly. There's excitement in store with presents galore, not long till we take to the sky. Spreading wonder and joy with each treasured toy, such gift to enthrall and delight. Now promise not to peep as you drift off to sleep, sweet dreams as you snuggle in tight. Oh, just before you doze, as everyone knows, pop a carrot out for Rudolph to eat. There's nothing more yummy to fill up his tummy. It's his #1 Christmassy treat. I'm gonna cry. That's so cute. Before boarding my sleigh, I just wanted to say I'm so joyful and thrilled for my flight. Wishing fab festive fun for everyone. May your Christmas be merry and bright. Lots of love, Santa Claus. Isn't that so cute? Santa, where's my alcohol? Where's my Baileys? And there's like some games on the back, like a word jumble, a Christmas gift matching, and a connect the dots on the back. You couldn't think of a rhyme. Baileys. Mail to me my Baileys. Mail these bottles of Baileys to my house. Thank you, Blind, for the 10 stream streak. Thank you. Anyway, that was really cute. Thank you, Santa. Hooray. I didn't actually think that he would send me a letter back. So I'm glad he did. More like bail these. Do your gacha daily as you drink your Baileys. Do your gacha dailies as you drink your Baileys. Ooh, that works. I don't play gachas though. Can I drink my Baileys while I watch Kieran do her dailies? Yeah. Hooray! Other than that, I don't really have much in the way of news, guys. I mean, it's not been that long since my 2 streams yesterday, so you'll have to forgive me. And I was very busy this morning. Going to my appointment and crocheting another frog. I'm knitting another scarf, just like I did for your guys' frog. But I'm knitting this one in a thinner yarn. So I'm hoping it comes out nice. Only for you, I'll cite the alcohol, but be careful, don't stumble into the drywall. Hey, yo. I hope the appointment and frog went well. Yes, they both went well. And the scarf is coming along, although it's gonna take me a little while to... But it'll be fine. Random Myra meme isn't working. It seems like the first couple never work, you know that? But yeah, thank you again all so much for the support yesterday. Even if it was just cheering me on during the karaoke. There you go, I activated it manually for you there. Okay, let's draw some pets. Let me open up MS Paint. Now, what kind of experience do I have drawing pets? Nothing really. So we'll see how this goes. I got my mom those Pick Up Pow books, by the way, and she likes them. I'm trying to convince her to make me an oversized version of the bat. What? But it's not even Christmas yet! I didn't send you any pics. Do you need any? Yeah, just send me some just for the ease so I don't have to scroll through Discord. What the heck? I'm not allowed to peep at my gifts, but your mom gets to have them early. This is glorp shit. Why does Santa Claus let her get away with it? Okay. We have 5 wonderful pets to draw. Can I send a pic of my cat? You don't gotta draw him. He just... Yeah, sure. Cats? Cats, pets. There we go. Dude, I nearly cried. I'm not gonna lie. I nearly cried. I was like a little buzzed off of the big mug of hot chocolate Baileys I was drinking. Link's work. Thank you. I can check the link. Let's see. Can I show it on stream? Would that be okay? Absolutely. Oh my god! So cute! Anyway, yeah, I nearly cried. I was a little buzzed off the Bailey's hot chocolate I had, and then I told people to send me pictures of their pets, and they were all incredibly cute. And I was like, it's too much. A little buzzed off the Christmas spirit, that's right. Alright, first one we're going to draw is Tails. Tails is technically the first, but Tails hasn't sent me a picture, so I'm gonna go and do Piken's next. Piken has a dog. I don't think he sent me the name of the dog, but it's so cute. Do I draw the pet first and then reveal after? Show the reference after? Yes, okay. Definitely draw first. Alright. So, he's got a really, like, pleading look, like... He looks like a very good boy. And he's got little folded over ears. And he's got a little smoochable head. And then another folded over ear. He's got little eyebrows. Hold on, I should probably draw like the rough shape of the head before I do anything else. And then... so handsome. So handsome boy. Looks more like a cat right now. Trust the process, chat. By the way, for any expedition heads, SKA plushie is up for pre-order now. And it's expensive, but I'm gonna buy it. No price too high for SKA plush. Luna, if you're interested in ordering it, we can pool our orders if you like. I don't mind. And I'll send it over to you. Mon ami. Okay, now he's got big ol' ears. Just DM me if you want to do that, but no pressure. This would be much easier to do in Photoshop with more layers, but this is my life. Gotta check what monetary damage he will do. He is $45. Myra broke emoji. Doesn't Modern Paint have layers? Not mine. I just noticed the face is like too short. There we go. You know what? Not awful. Anything for SKA Flush. Yeah, and then it's like $20 shipping. Ah! Why? Yeah, why? What's wrong with the eyes? Can't do it. Surely it'll ship from France. You'd think, given the game is European, they would localize the merch more, right? Well, you thought wrong. I'm sorry, Bike. Hold on, dogs, they don't have eye whites. That's like a very human thing. If I maybe delete the... Well, I guess they do have eye whites, but you can't really see them unless they're giving you the side eye. So maybe if I delete these pupils, it'll help out a bit. See, he's got whiskers, but I feel like when you add whiskers to a dog, it just makes it look like a cat. Especially like if you pronounce the face a bit more. And he's got little eyebrows here. Ah, this is so cute! Oh, he's so cute! Okay. And then... I don't want to make the fur too dark, but it is a little bit darker than this. But if I make it darker, you won't be able to really see the lions very well, but have you ever seen those like speed paint videos of like someone drawing like a hyper realistic Santa Claus in paint? And the videos are like 20 years old. How do they do that? I don't trust the paint bucket tool. I am the paint bucket tool's biggest hater. You will not see me using that shit. I don't trust it. So we're doing this shit manually. Looks like a dog to me. He's not angry though. He's not meant to look angry. He's meant to look very cute. Anyway, his fur, he's got like 2 pattern fur. Oh my god. He's got like a little bib. Oh, isn't that cute? Like so. Why don't you use the lasso? What? Oh my god, there's a lasso. But the lasso just makes you select a square. I don't think it works the way you think it does. Oh, I undid some of my coloring. It shouldn't do that, I don't think. Well, it's doing it for me. It's okay. We're just gonna do it this way. It's fine. It doesn't have to be a masterpiece. It just has to look kind of cute. And I think it looks kind of cute already. Well, more or less. He's got kind of light brown eyes. Very pretty. Very pretty. Very pretty doggy. Okay, the pupils just makes it look a little scary. It looks a little scary, but he's not meant to be scary. A little Morse raptor. What the? That jawline? I mean, look at him. One of his eyebrows is like a little shorter than the other. He's not scary! I just can't draw the eyes very well. Like, the reference picture is so cute. They're sisters, not twins. Exactly. That's a okay color. Oh, maybe a bit warmer. This is close enough. And he's got a little bip right here. Isn't that so cute? Oh, the nose, the snoot, of course. He has like a brown snoot. And then it goes a little bit into pink. Apparently we share a name. Apparently so. Where's my cursor? It's so hard to see. There we go. I mean, I don't know. I'm looking like back and forth. I don't know if I captured the S's very well. I think that looks a little bit better. There we go. Ah, it looks pretty cute. We could add a little bit of shading to it, but I don't think I really want to. Okay, so this is Biken's dog. Again, I did not get the name. Oh my god, a double raid! Sunby and Windfall, thank you so much for the raids, both of you guys. Hello, hello. Really appreciate the support. Welcome in. My name is Myra Morris. A very sleepy retromancer, and we're drawing people's pets today. It's Windfall's anniversary? Affiliate anniversary. Oh my god, congratulations. We forgot a raid message. That's okay. I can write that nicer. To Bacon. Okay, there you go. This is Biken's dog. Or Biken's family dog, maybe? Hey, Galos. Hello, hello. The doggo's so cute. Can I pet that dog? Sure. I mean, it's not my dog, but I will allow you to pet the dog. Okay, so this is my art, and this is the reference. It's pretty cute. Don't you think it's so cute? You made him look younger. Oh, I guess so. Yeah, my angle's a bit off. I probably could have stretched this out a bit more. I don't know. So cute though. What a sweet baby. Yeah, so cute. Okay. Now, Tails. Philo. Is it Philo? Dot. Philo. Philo! Philo. Anyway, higher O. Philo? We're gonna do Tails' dog. Philo. Philo? Philo. Next. I always have to say the name in a high pitch anyway. Philo! Oh, so cute. Little lady. Okay, this one's gonna be tougher. Phil. Okay, goodbye. Everyone say bye, Biken's dog. Bye bye. Oh my god, she's so cute. She's so cute with her little long ears. Oh my god. Okay, now where do we get started? Hold on, let me cook. Let me cook. Done. She looks a little. Listen, she just has that little confused look on her. Okay. Please start with the tip of the tongue out. Okay. And then I feel like this might be a little rougher than Biken's dog. She's got like a nice haircut in this picture. That you sent me. Thanks. She has like big hair on top. Also, I know it's not part of this picture, but I'm gonna give her her little bows because it's just so cute. It's cute though! Look, it's kind of cute! She's such an elegant old lady. Yeah, I love her. So cute. Okay, I'll add a little bit of color. Hold on, I should probably turn my nightlight off, otherwise I can't see what colors I'm actually adding. There we go. She loves her dress and accessories, never tries to take them away. Ah, cute! Oh my god, can you send me her size? Maybe I'll make her something for whenever I send your stuff over. Because it's gonna be winter for you guys by the time it gets there for you, or at least like fall. Maybe I'll make her a little sweater. That's okay. Anyway, just like very light colored fur. Hey, hello, hello, hello. And then it goes kind of like into this like darker color at times. I figured out the difference in size measurements in the UK, but I'll look it up. Thank you. Thank you. I would love that. I want to make her something. She's so sweet. Just like the fur around her mouth is like a little darker. It makes her look like she has a bit of a beard. But it's cute. It's actually so adorable though. Oh my god. Maybe this is my calling. Drawing pet pictures in MS Paint. It's pretty cute. You gotta admit it, it's pretty damn cute. And then her ears have like the darker color at the ends. This drawing was momentarily reminiscent of a baby covered in peanut butter. Aww. Well, I bet she likes peanut butter, so maybe it's okay. Okay, there you go. All done. Okay. The dash goes up to the right. Ta-da! Art. Yippee! Oh yeah, add the reference. Okay, so this is what I drew. And this is the reference. Oh, hold on. The essence of old lady is there. Okay, it's close enough. It's so good. Okay. Goodbye, Philo. Philo? Philo? Goodbye, my beautiful princess. Okay. Real? Recognize as real. I don't want it to keep scrolling. There we go. Okay. Next up, we have Ultra, I believe. Yes. Ultra's cat. Another tuxedo cat. Okay. Big eyes. Kind of looks more bat-like than like a cat. God, this cat has a big nose. You know that? Sorry, Ultra. I meant it in a nice way. Just got a big nose. Guys, I think I might be better at drawing dogs. Okay. The lasso tool, it works great for deleting stuff. At the very least. This cat looks so skinny in comparison to Oreo. Oh, God. It's okay. This is probably an indoor cat, so it doesn't need to put on a lot of weight like Oreo does. What happened with yesterday's churro? I squeezed the rest out outside, but I haven't actually checked yet if a thief in the night came and ate it. But it's probably gone. Hi, Lovin. Hello, hello. Okay. Now, this cat is sitting very politely. I can see a little toe bean right there. And then the other paws like that. And then the rest of the cat. Okay, hold on. This is a leg right here. I don't know where the other leg is. Or the tail. I can't see it. The image cuts off like here. Is Beerus from Dragon Ball? I'm not finished yet! I think the eyes need to be bigger, honestly. Okay. I think this is, like, close enough. Okay, now. The real challenge begins. Coloring this whole thing black. It's got like a little pattern on its forehead that makes the white parts look like flames coming out, which is actually kind of cool. But also it's a tuxedo, so it's vaguely peepee head shaped. Okay, just imagine all of this is also black. It's a theater of the mind right here. It's a implied detail. And like every tuxedo, he's got a million whiskers everywhere. Or she. I don't actually know. Okay, there you go. Ultra's cat. I think I made the eyes a little too big, but... Oh! I forgot to make the snoot Pink. We fix that right now. See, I saw the little red black spot there though, and I drew that in. There we go. Close enough. Close enough. Okay, I need to take a quick ad break here. And then we're gonna go draw two more. Two more. So I will be right back. Okay, we're back. Ah! What happened to the chat? Ah! Are you guys okay? Are you alright? Okay, it seems like it's working now. Thank you guys. Thank you. Okay. Myra, I don't feel so good. No! Love it. Thank you for the 20 stream streak. Thank you. Alright, so we finished Ultra's cat. And now two more. We've got Game Guy. This is the dog of his sister-in-law. And he sits for them every now and then. It looks like a slightly older dog, but still a good boy or girl. Sister in game. Okay. I'm trying so hard, but it's not easy. It's not easy to draw animals at all. Okay, we've got a nose. We've got a big nose. A big snoot. And we've got... It's not like a schnauzer. It's just... He just has like a little bit of a stash. I mean, I don't know. It could be a schnauzer. But it doesn't quite look like the schnauzer I've seen. And then... We can't really... Oh, we can't see the other eye. It's just dark against the dark fur. And... Kinda like this. But it kinda looks like that. It kinda looks like that. Maybe make this a little thinner here. Okay, then we've got an ear that comes out like this. And then the other ear is kind of like that. So I think he's listening out for something. And then... collar? That can't be comfortable. Surely. With the paw, like, folded over like this. Ah, it's so cute! I think that kind of works. Okay, now. This is another mostly black animal. So I'll try my best. There is a little bit of like brown here as well though. And then again, theater of the mind. Imagine this is all black. For the most part, anyway. There's a little bit of brown, but I'll draw that in later. Tail nowhere to be seen, I'm sorry to say. I don't know where the tail is. Probably sitting on it. Okay, now for the brown. It is a very dark brown, but it is a slightly different color. So I'm gonna put that there and on the leg here and on this leg a little bit. And at the end of the paw, at the end of the paw. And then on the mustache. So, still. Okay, then we've got a little bit of a dark pink in the ear. Oh god, don't close it, Jesus. The snoot is black. Black snoot. And then we have like a grayish brown as well. Like here, 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 a little bit here. And cream color like here and here at the end of the paw and a little bit here. And that's pretty much it, I think. There's some white hair on the chest here. Not that you can see me draw it in, but you know, it's there. And yeah, I think that's basically it. Not much else to add to it. That's a dog. Game. Dog. Z. Alright, now, are you ready for the reference? Ta-da! I think it's close enough. Looks more like a stuffed toy what I drew. That's very cute. Okay, and then we have one more animal, which is Nurs. And Nur has a kitty. And I love this picture. I'm gonna draw this picture. It looks a little bit silly, but I love it. Bubby? Is the name Bubby? Oh. Did anyone submit a pet duck? No. Unfortunately not. So this this picture is so cute. Okay, hold on. Believe it or not, this shape's pretty accurate. And then trust the process. Trust the process. It looks too angry. There's too much going on in that head. Thank you for the image. I hope you like it. I can't stop laughing. Oh, this cat. God. It really is a marvelous thing that we get to live on the same planet as these amazing creatures. I can't get the eyes right. This is horrible. Just delete the whole head. Okay. You ever seen those paintings of medieval cats? Yes, I have. I have, and they're so funny. Where is the leg coming from? Okay. Okay. I feel like we're closer, unironically. I know this it doesn't look like we are, but I think we're getting closer. Okay. I can't, man. It's such a strange looking creature. And this is coming from the person who takes care of Oreo. Oreo looks very strange too. Maybe that's just tuxedo cats. Maybe they're all just a little strange. I googled recently, are tuxedo cats considered intelligent? And like, Google said yes. And I just don't believe it. I really don't. I don't think tuxedo cats... There's no way. I feel like every tuxedo cat I've seen looks stupid as hell. Sorry, Nur. This is not directed at your cat specifically, but... Intelligent, just autistic. Yeah. No, he's stupid. Nur, what do you think of the pose? I think I'm nailing it. So far. It's the eyes. I can't get the eyes right. It's just such a good expression. Look at it. It's an apex predator, man. Okay. Hold. I think this is pretty close. Maybe not. Can I, like... No. Yeah, I think this is good. Okay, now. He's got a little soul patch, or she. He. He's got a little soul patch going on. Now again, we need to do a little bit of theater of the mind, because this cat is also mostly black. Wait, that's... Is that the coloring black I've been using? I think that's the coloring black. The legs are killing me! Oh my god, I haven't looked at them in a minute. Oh god. Okay, then. I'm like holding my breath coloring this in. I don't know why. It's like I feel tense. Okay, so a very cute thing about this cat, it has like a white little chin right here. Right here. A little white beam. And white socks. Of varying lengths, of course. Have you considered a career as a children's book illustrator? No, but maybe I should. And then very white whiskers that can't be seen in white if I draw them in white, so they will be gray for the purpose of this illustration. Is it a tux? I think so. I think so. Okay, I'm gonna try introducing the white a little bit, because the gray is a little dark. Okay, now. Black ears. And then... Oh my god, it looks exactly like the reference. I love it. I love it. And then green eyes. Zoom me in. Ner, what's his name? Bobby. Oh, so cute. There you go, Bobby. Okay. Now, for the reference picture. It's pretty close. It's pretty close. Oh, I love this picture. It's so cute. Hi, Krim. Hello. Uh. And that's 5 of Chat's pets drawn in MS Paint. I hope you enjoyed it. Which one is my favorite? I'm not picking a favorite. But if I had to pick a favorite drawing, I think Tails' dog came out the cutest. I mean, look at her. Apparently she's transparent. Good to know. Corporate is telling you the difference between these pictures. You'll have to do this again sometime. Yeah, I think this is really cute. How do you make a PNG in Paint? Man, I don't know. Don't ask me. Alright. Thank you again for donating yesterday to the charity fundraiser. Now, while I have your attention, and since this is finished now, I am going to put up the giveaway on Discord right now for the extra merch giveaway. If the giveaway bot would work. I'm gonna put this on for 7 hours, so make sure you enter quickly, okay? One winner. What merch? I'll pay for anything. Whatever item you want. I always wanted the Myra Moore's penthouse. Can we get Oreo? Anything on the store, you mean? Or can we get Oreo? Anything from the kingpincore.com store. Whatever you want. Something went wrong. Try again. God damn it, make the damn giveaway! Oh no, there's 2 giveaways. Okay. There we go. Can you put Oreo? No, I can't. Okay, it's up on Discord. Can you put Digi on there? I don't know, you'll have to discuss that with him. Okay, I've put the merch giveaway up in the announcements channel on Discord. Make sure you enter it. And if you win later tonight, just let me know what merch item you want and I'll send you the giveaway link for it. Nice pet drawings, Myra. Thank you. I'll post them on Discord really quick as well. I'll post them over. I guess I'll just put them in the art channel. I just saw the picture of Puppy again. Oh, what a perfect creature. Alright. What else do we have today? Well, today, we're gonna do some Christmas Carol reading. But I think I'm gonna wait a bit longer to get started on that. I think. I think I want to do the dolls right now, if that's okay with you guys. We'll do some dolls until the ad break. Then we'll take our break. And then we'll get started on the reading. Do horrors doll? Every word is horrors. Wow, thanks for giving the solution for today away. Okay, Scrandle. Play daily. Okay, the first one is voting for which one you would be more likely to eat, and these both look horrible, I'm not gonna lie. That being said, I think the hot dog looks less horrible. Personally. Okay, we've got sausage rolls or a hot dog, no price. Without the sausage? Wait, that's just puff pastry. There's no sausage in it. See, it says without the sausage. Down here, it says without the sausage. Puff pastry is great. I mean, I don't know. That hot dog looks a bit sad. Look at the skin of it. Why is it so... I don't know. I guessed right. Okay, well... Ah, that just looks horrible. Oh my god. I think this is a rare occasion of the mushy peas winning. Appreciate the awesome slop. Listen! If you put this in front of me, I'd probably eat it. But right now... I don't know, man. What?! Man, people really hate your... Okay, man. Currywurst, come on. There's no way the currywurst doesn't win. Bread with onion for 85p? Okay. And it comes with a beer, actually. Pizza dog, Polish sausage hot dog. Well, I think the pizza dog looks better than this dry hot dog. Okay. Carolina pulled chicken nachos or chicken quesadillas? I want to say the quesadillas. This... I don't know. This doesn't look appetizing to me. Also, I don't like I don't like the peppers. What? That's crazy. A slice of Domino's pizza, straight chick burger. What is that on it? Are those hash browns? Hash browns, bacon, chicken, cheese, lettuce. Yeah, I'll take the burger. Vegan tacos, eggs with onion and chili. Does food in this get a debuff if you call it vegan? Even though this is vegetarian. The eggs look so good. It's so desaturated. I kind of like the look of the vegan tacos. Eggs? You think it's the eggs? Wow. I thought I guess the tacos are very expensive. Okay, surely it's gotta be the buffalo chicken and chips. Yeah. What? With bread? What do you mean ice cream sandwich with bread? And the hot dog. The hot dog isn't even assembled. Oh my god. It's 45p though. I think I'm gonna go with the left. $4.50 for this tray of fries is criminal. Like, that's actually criminal. I can count the amount of fries that are on this tray. But yeah, definitely the burger. I mean, look at it. It looks good. That's so sad looking, man. Hey, pretty good. Not perfect, but pretty good. I got about the average. Okay, next. It was like 50p per fry. Game doll. Is that pretty good as a sound redeem? I do, don't I? Okay. That is RV there yet. Yeah, I played that too recently, not to guess it. That is... I don't know what that is. That's some old shit. I know, right? Could this be a Wario game? WarioWare Twisted. No. Is this like a Disney game? I don't know. Speedstorm. Rev up. In Rev. Rev. Three in one? I don't know. Red Dead Revolver. Just give me... The race is... What is that? The race is on. Race is on. Mod Nation Racers. Looney... This is a Looney Tunes. Look. Looney weapons to lob. Looney. No! Putt-putt? Pud saves the zoo. Tune in. Tune in. Tiny Toon Adventures. The game was Motor Toon Grand Prix. Sure. Character. That's, I don't know what that is. Some robot. I don't know. I don't know. 3 average guess attempts. Knack. Knack from Knack. What the fuck do you write Knack? Optimus Prime. There's no Optimus Prime. Can you zoom in? Okay, there you go. I'm gonna just guess Chibi Robo so we can get another thing. Oh, is this a Fallout? Is this a Fallout? I don't know Fallout. Is this a Fallout? Fallout Man. Fallout Robot. Robot. Victor. Security. Victor. That's a... Sure. Oh, wait. That is not... That's not a Fallout. Is that a... It's Yes Man? What the fuck is a Yes Man? Oh, it is a Fallout. This is from like any Fallout? This is a recurring character? New Vegas. Keywords: blood, insect, stealth. Mosquito Man. Mr. Mosquito. Oh! Holy shit, Donna! Yes, that. I've only seen this game once. Ever. Oh my god. Okay. Can we get a Portal 2? Great. Great. Action, comedy, adventure, puzzle, shooter, platform. I'm starting to think Portal is not a good guess. Because it has like everything in it. Can we get a Outer Worlds? Okay, so it's a platform puzzler. That's newer than 2019. Split fiction? That's very recent though. Third person isometric. Newer than 2019. And it's partially single player. No, if it was Tunic, it would be green here. But I was also jumping to Tunic. It's meat again. Like, it's meat and fuck kingdom, yeah. No, if it was a different game by the same devs, it would tell us as well. Baldur's Gate? That's actually not a bad guess. Okay, it came out in 2023. It's single player, multiplayer, and co-op. It's action and fantasy. And it's third person. 2023. Third person. Not isometric, it's third person. And it came out on Switch? Tears of the Kingdom? Oh, but Tears of the Kingdom is not co-op. Or... No, it is third person. Third person? No, it's not. It Takes Two because it's not the same publisher. Mario game? Oh, Wonder? It could be Mario Bros. Wonder. Did that not come out last year though? Oh my god, it is. Okay. I thought that came out last year, honestly. Must have been late in 2013. Guess the game. Okay, I know you can't see it yet, but look at this. I thought this was a head. I mean, it could still be a head. That would have been a crazy guess, huh? What is this? Is this destroy all humans? That's like the only... It is! But I got the wrong one! It is, isn't it? Godzilla destroy all monsters. But there's a UFO, surely. It would say same series. Destroy all humans. Oh, genre fighting. Huh. I don't know fighting games. I'm cooked. Destroya. It's Godzilla. This one? This bland Godzilla game? No subtitle? Godzilla destroy all monsters melee. I've never heard of this in my life. Oh my god! It's kind of crazy. It's kind of janky but really fun. I'll take your word for it. But where does the UFO come in? I mean, that's definitely... I mean, look at him. The power up. Oh, okay. Well. And then... one quick round of Breath of the Wild GeoGuessr as a little treat. I should make an account on this website already. Didn't we get this like last time? Pretty sure we're here. Woohoo! Ah! Hey, that's pretty good. 18 seconds, 15 meters away. There's Loldal. Yeah, we can do Loldal as well. A lone tree with a Korok in it, no doubt. That's Death Mountain. So we are somewhere here. This maybe? Right by the water? There's some water here. Maybe here? Look up. Oh my god, that was horribly far away. Never fucking mind. I was trying to guess really fast now. Okay. I know we are somewhere here. Probably further, actually. Hello? Northwest? Could be, like, over here or somewhere. What is that? What divine beast is that? And where's it going? Aha. We are... That's pretty much straight west, so we're not that far. I think we might be here. No. We are closer to the ravine. How many trees are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ish. We could be here? What is that? There's like a structure on the map. So no, we're not there. We are... Wait. Yeah, we are pretty much on level with Vamedo. 2, 3, 4. Maybe here? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. I feel like this might be a good guess, but... Where's the path? My fucking eyes. There's no path! So are we here? Let me keep moving! I'm just gonna lock that in. It's... Well... Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This rock is like... It's confusing me. I don't see a rock. Ah, horrible! Horrible! GeoGuessr with the Metroid Prime 4. Metroid Prime 4. Oh. Okay, I feel like I know exactly where we are. Never mind. I don't know shit. I thought this is the Great Plateau. I mean, this could still be the Great Plateau. I think this is where the shrine is. In which case we would be here? Let's go investigate. If the shrine's right behind this, I'm gonna freak out. Let me move. There's no shrine. I'm a fraud! I'm a fraud! There's a guardian? Where are we? Oh, we're much more to the east. Northwest? There's one big tree. I have no idea where any of these locations are. You should have seen my guesses last week. I was so on point. But I think today I'm just washed. Oh, we're right here. But like up here, I think. Now, take it with a grain of salt. I feel fairly confident in this guess. Come on! Ah! Dude, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I found this big tree on the map. Yeah, that was pretty good. Okay, this is the Great Plateau for real, right? I think. I feel fairly confident that this is the Great Plateau. Maybe. I think it is. I think it is. Wait, hold up. There's a second. Yeah, this is the Great Plateau. 7 meters. Are you fucking kidding me, man? 7 meters? How does she do it? How does she know? I've played this game way too much, is how I know. Man, some of these guesses were really bad. Wait, one more. I need to redeem myself. Those 2 guesses that were way off have ruined me. Okay. We're kind of close to where I thought we were before, I think. We're much closer to Va Meadow. Ooh. Let me get closer to... It doesn't really let you move where I want to go. So this is where all the mushroom trees are. So we're looking at this. But where are we? That's the question. So this is to the southwest. So I think we're here. For real this time. No! Are you kidding me? I keep thinking we're much further away than we are. Oh my god, these mushroom trees are tripping me up. Ah yes, desert. Now the question is this Gerudo City? Or whatever the name is. I think it might be, but hold on. There's a shrine? I don't know where the shrine is. It could be right there, but I think we would be further away. There's really not a whole lot to go off of, is it? Other than that town is to the northeast. Oh, there's a oasis somewhere. Oh, I think I see it. Okay. Oh my god, look at it. Okay, I think we may have been here. It's more to the south, so maybe here. Dude, if I get this right, 1,000 gifted subs. If I get this within 50 meters. 100,000 gifted subs. I don't know where this is. I think this is a pretty good guess. Actually, no, I'm gonna adjust a little bit more. I think I'm gonna go here. Oh! This is so close for how little I had to go off of, though. Your wallets are safe for now, chat. Okay. Okay, this is Hyrule Castle to the... You can see a compass is here, by the way. That kind of gets cut off with my capture. But it is to the southeast, which means we are likely somewhere... Death Mountain is to the east, so we're likely somewhere around... I don't know, actually. We have kind of a pretty good look of Hyrule Castle from here. Could we be where I've been guessing that we are for ages? I'm gonna have a look around. Aha, there's a path here that seems to fork. Maybe. Oh, maybe not. Maybe this is just gravel. Okay, it's just gravel. Okay. So, right now, we are slightly north of Va Meadow. So I think we might be here somewhere. This is not... I don't think this is a bad guess, but we'd need to find the sort of exact trees we're looking for. Maybe here-ish. Let me go back to the flag. Okay. So we are slightly north of Death Mountain. So we're already not in the right spot. Okay. But we are where it's warm, so we can't be up here. Because this all here is... I'm gonna snooze again. This all here is cold. Like, it's all like... snow. I can't see the Lost Woods, so we're probably not here. Could we be here, maybe? But that's very close to Hyrule Castle, isn't it? Yeah. Is this the ruin we're looking at? What's up here? Korok, perhaps? Yeah, that's a Korok! That right there! That right there certainly is a Korok. Oh, that is very close to... Slightly southeast? We were here... there's no water, though. Is there? Is that water? I don't think that's water. This is tough. I honestly don't know where we are. There's like a lot of trees, but they're all kind of spaced apart. And I don't see a path. Or the Lost Woods. Maybe we can look for the Lost Woods. Random hut. Any huts? I think this is gonna take me the longest so far. Okay, I'm just gonna continue looking for the Lost Woods, and if my rough guess is right, it should be to the north of where we are. Does that look like the north? The Lost Woods to you? To me, no. So are we here? Are we past the Lost Woods? At this point? Surely not. I feel like you'd be able to see them. But I think the weather checks out. Or like the climate. It's gonna drive me insane. I just want to know where the Lost Woods are. Hello, goats. Okay, that's the Lost Woods. So we are here right now. Surely, because this is the highest peak. We're looking straight at the Lost Woods. Which means that we must be somewhere here-ish. Surely, because I went north and then east. So we were just there, which is to the northeast. There's no path. And if there is, it's kind of behind us. And we are next to 1, 2, 3... 3 trees? There's 3 trees right here. Looking north. Several castles to the southeast. Oh, I think I found it. I think I may have found it. Dude. That was hard. That was really hard. I've been trying to guess here for such a long time, and we were here. So I feel great that we finally found what was here. It was a different set of 3 trees. It was, yeah. I should have looked around a bit more. See, there's like a shed or something here. That must be what we saw earlier. Somehow Myra has too good a sense of direction for a Vtuber? Hell no. I think this is the only game where I know my way around. Hello. See, there's some really big trees here. We're kind of wedged between mountains. I wanna say we're down here. But I mean, could these dark patches here be the water? What kind of insane guess this would be, huh? If I just didn't move and just guessed here blindly? I don't know if that's what we are. I'm gonna move. Wait, that's east? Take me south. Where's south? Skeleton? Big skeleton. I see the ad break has started. Unfortunately for you, I need to figure this out before I can go on break. So you're just gonna have to wait. I'm too stubborn. Make a guess. No! No, this is an art. I think we're definitely in this region, for what it's worth. Because, like, this sort of mountain checks out. I just don't know where exactly we are. I think right now we're probably here. Can I... Okay. We're definitely right here right now. So that means we are in this region, which I guessed, which is kind of crazy to think about. We have a mountain on our way to the north. What's to the east? To the east it opens up. How does that... Okay, and then to the south, there was this part. And to the east, it opens up. And to the west, there's a wall. We could be here, but there isn't a whole lot of... Like, there's more trees here than... East. North. Could we be here? You know what? I'm gonna say we are here. Oh my god! Not even close. Oh, look, there's a skeleton. Damn, that wasn't even close. That's crazy. But yeah, look, you actually have the water here. Damn. Maybe here? No, wait, there's water, so we're probably here. Okay, I'm back. Did you just start another round instead of taking a break? Yeah. No, I didn't start another round. Damn, this guess is shameful! I've brought dishonor to this stream. Wow, I think that's the furthest I've ever been off. Okay, one more. One more and then I'll take my break. I know the ad break's already over, but... whatever. See, there's that skeleton again. Could we be in that area again? But like here, maybe? There's another set of ribs or something. I don't see it on the map. There's a shrine. I don't remember this area very much at all, actually, now that I think about it. Ah, you motherfucker. Okay, it's pretty close. Close enough, close enough. North? That's Varuta, which is in here. You have a clear shot of it, which is interesting. At least I'm pretty sure it is here. Well, this is where you fight it. I don't know where it rests. But I'm pretty sure it rests up here. Or maybe here? Could be there. I think it might be there. So my first instinct was we're, like, in this area. But now I'm not so sure anymore. We could be here? I don't like it when it suddenly changes daytime. No, there's not enough trees. And it's kind of more east than it is, north. Oh, kind of northeast. What's this? What are you? Ah, blood moon is rising. Are you the Great Black Glow? Are you the Great Black Glow? You are the... Oh, where are we? Hello? Okay, I think we're by the Great Black Glow. But how can we see Varuto from here? Okay. North? Are we here? No. That's still the Great Plateau. I'm so confused. Okay, this is definitely... We're definitely near the Great Plateau. So... I think we might be right here, but... I don't see the path. Well, okay, there's the path. I think we're right here. 161 kilometers. Meters, not kilometers. Hey, pretty good. Pretty good. Damn. That was interesting, having to explore a bit more. Because if it wasn't for me exploring, I probably would have guessed like up here, but we would have been way too close to Varuto. Okay, now we're on the other side of the big mountains. I want to say here, maybe? The stable's right there behind this tree, I'm pretty sure. Which means, actually, we're by the battlefield. Which means, I think we are here. Yeah, this is the battlefield. So, I think we're right here. 41! Ah! 41 within 33 seconds! Okay, to be fair, this one was pretty easy. Like, seeing all the guardians and then the mountains right to the west was pretty easy. Motherfuckers that say they hate Breath of the Wild when you put Breath of the Wild GeoGuessr in front of them. I don't think this is the Great Plateau, because there isn't a tree up here. I remember, because you get the hot clothing. So, then where are we? Great question, chat. Great question. Another blood moon. Thank you very much. Very cool. I can't see shit. What is that? Wait, you remember tree placements? Well, the map shows you where the trees are. People who say they hate Breath of the Wild when I drop them at a random place. And the... Aha! Hateno Village. Oh my god! My guess was fucking right! This is Hateno! And I said we're about here because I saw this tree. Are you fucking kidding me? That is insane. That is fucking insane. How the fuck did I do that? But we're still off, is the thing. This is not quite right, but we're pretty damn close. The question is what forest are we in? And I think we might be here. Fall off of this fucking tree up there, man. Crazy work. It's crazy work. That's still very close. That's very close. Oh my god. I can't believe that! That's fucking stupid. We're at the entrance to the desert, I'm pretty sure. Maybe. Yep, that would be the desert. However, I think the question is what entrance? Because, well, technically there's only this entrance, right? But if it were... I was gonna say, if it were this, you would see the oasis, but that's town. So town is to the southwest. So we are... I think we might be right out, like, right by the entrance, but I don't know if that's right. Maybe we're here? I think we're here. Hold on. No, no. Could we be by these ruins? No, the ruins are there. And they're also closer to town. I think we might be here. See how there's like all these pillars? But I don't see like anything bridging over us. That's sort of my doubt right now. Right? Like you see how there's like these connectors? I'm pretty sure they're above us. There they are. Okay. So where's the flag start us? By this rock. And the bridge is there. So I think we're here, actually. Oh my god. Oh my god! Can we get 4,338 gifted subs in the chat right now for my score? Thank you very much. There should be a Tears of the Kingdom version that throws you into the depths. Yeah. No, that would be pretty hard, I'm not gonna lie. My god. These were not too bad. This one I was pretty far off, but the rest were actually pretty good, I would say. The rest were pretty good. Okay. I'm sorry to throw you guys into another ad break, but I'm gonna take another ad break to actually go and get ready to read Christmas Carol now. And I will see you guys in a few minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, hello, I'm here. Stop recording. There we go. Okay. Welcome back, thank you. So, last time, Scrooge met an old friend in the shape of a ghost who showed him Christmas past, including, seems like a past love that got away, if you will. And, yeah, that's sort of where we left off. We're gonna start stave 3 here. The second of the 3 spirits. If you want to catch up on previous reading streams, you can do so on my YouTube. They're all available. The VODs are all available. Okay, so we're gonna be reading this again, the 3rd stave. Nothing more today, just the 3rd stave. But it's quite long. I think it's almost 40 pages. Well, closer to 30. Oh. Somewhere between 30 and 40 pages. Okay, everyone get nice and comfy. Do you have a drink? Okay. So this is a Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, by the way. This book is in the public domain. So that's pretty awesome. You can read it pretty much anywhere for free. Alright. The second of the 3 spirits. Awakening in the middle of a prodigiously tough snore, and sitting up in bed to get his thoughts together, Scrooge had no occasion to be told that the bell was again upon the stroke of 1. He felt that he was restored to consciousness in the right nick of time, for the special purpose of holding a conference with the second messenger dispatched him through Jacob Marley's intervention. But, finding that he turned uncomfortably cold when he began to wonder which of his curtains his new spectre would draw back, he put them every one aside with his own hands, and, lying down again, established a sharp lookout all around the bed. For he wished to challenge the spirit on the moment of its appearance, and did not wish to be taken by surprise and made nervous. Gentlemen of the free and easy sort, who plume themselves on being acquainted with a move or two, and being usually equal to the time of day, express the wide range of their capacity for adventure by observing that they are good for anything, from pitch and toss to manslaughter, between which opposite extremes, no doubt, there lies a tolerably wide and comprehensive range of subjects. Without venturing for Scrooge quite as heartily as this, I don't mind calling on you to believe that he was ready for a good broad field of strange appearances, and that nothing between a baby and a rhinoceros would have astonished him very much. Now, being prepared for almost anything, he was not by any means prepared for nothing, and consequently, when the bell struck 1, and no shape appeared, he was taken with a violent fit of trembling. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, a quarter of an hour went by, yet nothing came. All this time he lay upon his bed, the very core and centre of a blaze of ruddy light, which streamed upon it when the clock proclaimed the hour, and which, being only light, was more alarming than a dozen ghosts, as he was powerless to make out what it meant, or would be at, and was sometimes apprehensive that he might at that very moment an interesting case of spontaneous combustion, without having the consolation of knowing it. At last, however, he began to think, as you or I would have at first, for it is always the person not in the predicament who knows what ought to have been done in it, and would unquestionably have done it too. At last, I say, he began to think that the source and secret of this ghost light might be in the adjoining room, from whence, on further tracing it, it seemed to shine. This idea taking full possession of his mind, he got up softly and shuffled in his slippers to the door. The moment Scrooge's hand was on the lock, a strange voice called him by his name and bade him enter. He obeyed. It was his own room, there was no doubt about that, but it had undergone a surprising transformation. The walls and ceiling were so hung with living green that it looked a perfect grove, from every part of which bright, gleaming berries glistened. The crisp leaves of holly, mistletoe, and ivy reflected back the light, as if so many little mirrors had been scattered there, and such a mighty blaze went roaring up the chimney as that dull petrifaction of a hearth had never known in Scrooge's time, or Marley's, or for many and many a winter season gone. Heaped up on the floor to form a kind of throne were turkeys, geese, game, poultry, brawn, great joints of meat, sucking pigs, long wreaths of sausages, mince pies, plum puddings, barrels of oysters, red-hot chestnuts, cherry-cheeked apples, juicy oranges, luscious pears, immense 12th cakes, and seething bowls of punch that made the chamber dim with their delicious steam. God, I'm hungry. Hello, Techno. Hello, hello. In easy state upon this couch there sat a jolly giant, glorious to see, who bore a glowing torch in shape not unlike Plenty's horn, and held it up high, high up, to shed its light on Scrooge as he came peeping round the door. "Come in!" exclaimed the ghost. "Come in, and know me better, man." Scrooge entered timidly, and hung his head before the spirit. He was not the dogged Scrooge he had been, and, though the spirit's eyes were clear and kind, he did not like to meet them. "I am the ghost of Christmas Present," said the spirit. "Look upon me." Scrooge reverently did so. It was clothed in one simple deep green robe, or mantle, bordered with white fur. This garment hung so loosely on the figure that its capacious breast was bare, as if disdaining to be warded or concealed by any artifice. Its feet, observable beneath the ample folds of the garment, were also bare, and on its head it wore no other covering than a holly wreath, set here and there with shining icicles. Its dark brown curls were long and free, free as its genial face, its sparkling eye, its open hand, its cheery voice, its unconstrained demeanor, and its joyful air. Girded round its middle was an antique scabbard, but no sword was in it, and the ancient sheath was eaten up with rust. "You have never seen the like of me before," exclaimed the spirit. "Never," Scrooge made answer to it. "Have never walked forth with the younger members of my family, meaning, for I am very young, my elder brothers born in these later years," pursued the phantom. "I don't think I have," said Scrooge. "I am afraid I have not. Have you had many brothers, spirit?" "More than 1,800, said the ghost. "A tremendous family to provide for," muttered Scrooge. The ghost of Christmas Present rose. "Spirit," said Scrooge submissively, "conduct me where you will. I went forth last night on compulsion, and I learned a lesson which is working now. Tonight, if you have aught to teach me, let me profit by it. Touch my robe." Scrooge did as he was told, and held it fast. Holly, mistletoe, red berries, ivy, turkeys, geese, game, poultry, brawn, meat, pigs, sausages, oysters, pies, puddings, fruit, and punch all vanished instantly. So did the room, the fire, the ruddy glow, the hour of night, and they stood in the city streets on Christmas morning, where, for the weather was severe, the people made a rough, but brisk, and not unpleasant kind of music, in scraping the snow from the pavement in front of their dwellings, and from the tops of their houses, whence it was mad delight to the boys to see it come plumbing down into the road below, and splitting into artificial little snowstorms. The house fronts looked black enough, and the windows blacker, contrasting with the smooth white sheet of snow upon the roofs, and with the dirtier snow upon the ground, which last deposit had been ploughed up in deep furrows by the heavy wheels of carts and wagons. Furrows that crossed and recrossed each other hundreds of times, where the great streets branched off and made intricate channels, hard to trace, in the thick yellow mud and icy water. The sky was gloomy, and the shortest streets were choked up with a dingy mist, half thawed, half frozen, whose heavier particles descended in a shower of sooty atoms, as if all the chimneys in Great Britain had, by one consent, caught fire, and were blazing away to their dear hearts' content. There was nothing very cheerful in the climate or the town, and yet there was an air of cheerfulness abroad that the clearest summer air and brightest summer sun might have endeavoured to diffuse in vain. For the people who were shovelling away on the housetops were jovial and full of glee, calling out to one another from the parapets, and now and then exchanging a facetious snowball, better-natured missile far than many a wordy jest, laughing heartily if it went right, and not less heartily if it went wrong. The poulterers' shops were still half open, and the fruiterers were radiant in their glory. There were great round pot-bellied baskets of chestnuts, shaped like the waistcoats of jolly old gentlemen, lolling at the doors and tumbling out into the street in their apoplectic opulence. Apoplectic opulence. Holy crap. There were ruddy brown-faced, broad-girthed Spanish onions, shining in the fatness of their growth like Spanish friars, and winking from their shelves in wanton slyness at the girls as they went by, and glanced demurely at the hung-up mistletoe. God. There were pears and apples clustered high in blooming pyramids. There were bunches of grapes made in the shopkeeper's benevolence to dangle from conspicuous hooks that people's mouths might water gratis as they passed. There were piles of filberts, mossy and brown, recalling, in their fragrance, ancient walks among the woods and pleasant shufflings ankle-deep through withered leaves. There were Norfolk biffins, squab and swarthy, setting off the yellow of the oranges and lemons, and, in the great compactness of their juicy persons, urgently entreating and beseeching to be carried home in paper bags and eaten after dinner. The very gold and silver fish, set forth among these choice fruits in a bowl, though members of a dull and stagnant blooded race, appeared to know that there was something going on, and, to a fish, went gasping round and round their little world in sullen, passionless excitement. The grocers, oh, the grocers, nearly closed, with perhaps 2 shutters down, or 1. But through those gaps, such glimpses, it was not alone that the scales descending on the counter made a merry sound, or that the twine and roller parted company so briskly, or that the canisters were rattled up and down like juggling tricks, or even that the blended scents of tea and coffee were so grateful to the nose, or even that the raisins were so plentiful and rare, the almonds so extremely white, the sticks of cinnamon so long and straight, the other spices so delicious, the candied fruit so caked and spotted with molten sugar as to make the coldest lookers-on feel faint and subsequently bilious. Nor was it that the figs were moist and pulpy, or that the French plums blushed in modest tartness from their highly decorated boxes, or that everything was good to eat in its Christmas dress. But the customers were all so hurried and so eager in the hopeful promise of the day that they tumbled up against each other at the doors, crashing their wicker baskets wildly, and left their purchases upon the counter, and came running back to fetch them, and committed hundreds of little of the like mistakes, in the best humour possible, while the grocer and his people were so frank and fresh that the polished hearts with which they fastened their aprons behind might have been their own. Worn outside for general inspection and for Christmas dolls to peck at if they chose. Oh, Jesus. But soon the steeples called good people all to church and chapel, and away they came, flocking through the streets in their best clothes, with their gayest faces. And at the same time they emerged from scores of by-streets, lanes, and nameless turnings. Innumerable people carrying their dinners to the bakers' shops. The sight of these poor revellers appeared to interest the spirit very much, for he stood with Scrooge beside him in a baker's doorway, and, taking off the covers as their bearers passed, sprinkled incense on their dinners from his torch. And it was a very uncommon kind of torch, for once or twice, when there were angry words between some dinner carriers who had jostled each other, he shed a few drops of water on them from it, and their good humour was restored directly. For they said it was a shame to quarrel upon Christmas Day, and so it was, God love it, so it was. In time the bells ceased, and the bakers were shut up, and yet there was a genial shadowing forth of all these dinners, and their progress of their cooking, in the thawed blotch of wet above each baker's oven, where the pavement smoked as if its stones were cooking too. "Is there a peculiar flavour in what you sprinkle from your torch?" asked Scrooge. "There is, my own." "Would it apply to any kind of dinner on this day?" asked Scrooge. "To any kindly given, to a poor one most." "Why to a poor one most?" asked Scrooge. "Because it needs it most." "Spirit," said Scrooge after a moment's thought, "I wonder you, of all the beings in the many worlds about us, should desire to cramp these people's opportunities of innocent enjoyment." "Aye," cried the Spirit. "You would deprive them of their means of dining every 7th day, often the only day on which they can be said to dine at all," said Scrooge, "wouldn't you?" "Aye," cried the Spirit. You seek to close these places on the 7th day, said Scrooge, and it comes to the same thing. I seek, exclaimed the spirit. Forgive me if I am wrong. It has been done in your name, or at least in that of your family, said Scrooge. There are some upon this earth of yours, returned the spirit, who lay claim to us, who lay claim to know us, and who do their deeds of passion, pride, ill will, hatred, envy, bigotry, and all selfishness in our name, who are estranged to us, and all our kith and kin, as if they had never lived. Remember that, and charge their doings on themselves, not us. Scrooge promised that he would, and they went on, invisible, as they had been before, into the suburbs of the town. It was a remarkable quality of the ghost, which Scrooge had observed at the baker's, that, notwithstanding his gigantic size, he could accommodate himself to any place with ease, and that he stood beneath a low roof quite as gracefully and like a supernatural creature as it was possible he could have done in any lofty hall. And perhaps it was the pleasure the good spirit had in showing off this power of his, or else it was his own kind, generous, hearty nature, and his sympathy with all poor men that led him straight to Scrooge's clerks, for there he went, and Scrooge with him, holding to his robe, and, on the threshold of the door, the spirit smiled and stopped to bless Bob Cratchit's dwelling with the sprinklings of his torch. I'll see you later, Habu. Think of that, Bob but 15, Bob, a week himself, he pocketed on Saturdays but 15 copies of his Christian name, and yet the ghost of Christmas present blessed his 4-roomed house. Then up rose Mrs. Cratchit's wife, dressed out but poorly in a twice-turned gown, but brave in ribbons, which are cheap, and make a goodly show for 6 pence. And she laid the cloth, assisted by Belinda Cratchit, second of her daughters, also brave in ribbons, while Master Peter Cratchit plunged a fork into the saucepan of potatoes, and, getting the corners of his monstrous shirt collar, Bob's private property conferred upon his son and their heir in honour of the day, into his mouth, rejoiced to find himself so gallantly attired, and yearned to show his linen in the fashionable parks. And now 2 smaller Cratchits, boy and girl, came tearing in, screaming that outside the baker's they had smelt the goose, and known it for their own, and basking in luxurious thoughts of sage and onion, these young Cratchits danced about the table and exalted Master Peter Cratchit to the skies, while he, not proud, although his collars nearly choked him, blew the fire until the slow potatoes bubbling up knocked loudly at the saucepan lid to be let out and peeled. What has ever got your precious father, then, said Mrs. Cratchit, and your brother, Tiny Tim, and Martha weren't as late last Christmas Day by half an hour? Here's Martha, mother, said a girl, appearing as she spoke. Here's Martha, mother, cried the two young Cratchits. Hurrah! There's such a goose, Martha! Why, bless your heart alive, my dear, how late you are, said Mrs. Cratchit, kissing her a dozen times, and taking off her shawl and bonnet for her with officious zeal. We'd a deal of work to finish up last night, replied the girl, and had to clear away this morning, mother. Well, never mind so long as you came, said Mrs. Cratchit. Sit ye down before the fire, my dear, and have a warm, Lord bless ye. No, there's father coming, cried the 2 young Cratchits, who were everywhere at once. Hide, Martha, hide! So Martha hid herself, and in came little Bob, the father, with at least 3 feet of comforter, exclusive of the fringe, hanging down before him, and his threadbare clothes darned up and brushed to look seasonable, and Tiny Tim upon his shoulder. Alas for Tiny Tim, he bore a little crutch, and had his limbs supported by an iron frame. Why, where's our Martha? Cried Bob Cratchit, looking around. Not coming, said Mrs. Cratchit. Not coming, said Bob, with a sudden declension in his high spirits, for he had been Tim's blood horse all the way from church, and had come home rampant. Not coming upon Christmas Day! Martha didn't like to see him disappointed, if it were only in joke, so she came out prematurely from behind the closet door and ran into his arms, while the 2 young Cratchits hustled Tiny Tim and bore him off into the wash-house, that he might hear the pudding singing in the copper. "And how did little Tim behave?" asked Mrs. Cratchit, while she had rallied Bob on his credulity, and Bob had hugged his daughter to his heart's content. "As good as gold," said Bob, "and better. Somehow he gets thoughtful sitting by himself so much, and thinks the strangest things you ever heard. He told me, coming home, that he hoped the people saw him in the church, because he was a cripple, and it might be pleasant to them to remember upon Christmas Day who made lame beggars walk and blind men see." Bob's voice was tremulous when he told them this, and trembled more when he said that Tiny Tim was growing strong and hearty. His active little crutch was heard upon the floor, and back came Tiny Tim before another word was spoken, escorted by his brother and sister to his stool beside the fire, while Bob, turning up his cuffs as if, poor fellow, they were capable of being made more shabby, compounded some hot mixture in a jug with gin and lemons, and stirred it round and round, and put it on the hob to simmer. Master Peter and the two ubiquitous young Cratchits went to fetch the goose, with which they soon returned in high procession. Such a bustle ensued that you might have thought a goose the rarest of all birds, a feathered phenomenon to which a black swan was a matter of course. And, in truth, it was something very like it in that house. Mrs. Cratchit made the gravy ready beforehand in a little saucepan, hissing hot. Master Peter mashed the potatoes with incredible vigor. Miss Belinda sweetened up the applesauce. Martha dusted the hot plates. Bob took Tiny Tim beside him in a tiny corner at the table. The two young Cratchits set chairs for everybody, not forgetting themselves, and, mounting guard upon their pots, crammed spoons into their mouths, lest they should shriek for goose before their turn came to be helped. At last the dishes were set on, and grace was said. It was succeeded by a breathless pause, as Mrs. Cratchit, looking slowly all along the carving knife, prepared to plunge it in the breast. But when she did, and when the long-expected gush of stuffing issued forth, one murmur of delight arose all around the board, and even Tiny Tim, excited by the two young Cratchits, beat on the table with the handle of his knife and feebly cried hurrah. There was never such a goose. Bob said he didn't believe there ever was such a goose cooked. Its tenderness and flavor and size and cheapness were the themes of universal admiration. Eked out by applesauce and mashed potatoes, it was a sufficient dinner for the whole family indeed, as Mrs. Cratchit said with great delight, serving one small atom of bone upon the dish. They hadn't ate it all at last, yet every one had had enough, and the youngest Cratchits in particular were steeped in sage and onion to the eyebrows. But now the plates being changed by Miss Belinda, Mrs. Cratchit left the room alone. Did I skip a page? No. Left the room alone, too nervous to bear witness to take the pudding up and bring it in. Suppose it should not be done enough. Suppose it should break in turning out. Suppose somebody should have got over the wall of the backyard and stolen it while they were merry with the goose. A supposition at which the two young Cratchits became livid. All sorts of horror were supposed. Hallo! A great deal of steam. The pudding was out of the copper, and smelled like a washing day. That was the cloth. A smell like an eating house and a pastry cook's next door to each other, with a laundress next door to that. That was the pudding. In half a minute Mrs. Cratchit entered, flushed but smiling proudly, with the pudding, like a speckled cannonball, so hard and firm, blazing in half a quartern of ignited brandy, and bedight with Christmas holly stuck into the top. "Oh, a wonderful pudding," Bob Cratchit said, and calmly too, that he regarded as the greatest success achieved by Mrs. Cratchit since their marriage. Mrs. Cratchit said that, now the weight was off her mind, she would confess she had her doubts about the quantity of flour. Everybody had something to say about it, but nobody said or thought it was at all a small pudding for a large family. It would have been flat heresy to do so. Any Cratchit would have blushed to hint at such a thing. At last the dinner was all done, the cloth was cleared, the hearth swept, and the fire made up. The compound and the jug being tasted and considered perfect, apples and oranges were put upon the table, and a shovelful of chestnuts on the fire. Then all the Cratchit family drew round the hearth in what Bob Cratchit called a circle, meaning half a one, and Bob Cratchit's elbow stood the family's display of glass. And at Bob Cratchit's elbow stood the family display of glass. 2 tumblers and a custard cup without a handle. These held the hot stuff from the jug. However, as well as golden goblets would have done, however, oh my god, sorry, I'm really struggling. These held the hot stuff from the jug, however, as well as golden goblets would have done, and Bob served it out with beaming looks, while the chestnuts on the fire sputtered and cracked noisily. Then Bob proposed, "A Merry Christmas to us all, my dears. God bless us." Which all the family re-echoed. "God bless us, everyone," said Tiny Tim, the last of all. He sat very close to his father's side, upon his little stool. Bob held his withered little hand in his, as if he loved the child, and wished to keep him by his side, and dreaded that he might be taken from him. "Spirit," said Scrooge with an interest he had never felt before, "tell me if Tiny Tim will live." "I see a vacant seat," replied the ghost, "in the poor chimney corner, and a crutch without an owner, carefully preserved. If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child will die." "No, no," said Scrooge. "Oh, no, kind spirit, say he will be spared." "If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, none other of my race," returned the ghost, "will find him here. What then? If he be like to die, he had better do it, and decrease the surplus population." "Oh! Tell him! Oh! Tell him, tell him, tell him!" "Oh, tell him! Get his ass!" Oh my god. Scrooge hung his head to hear his own words quoted by the spirit, and was overcome with penitence and grief. "Man," said the ghost, "if man you be in heart, not adamant, forbear that wicked cant until you have discovered what the surplus is, and where it is. Will you decide what men shall live, what men shall die? It may be that, in the sight of heaven, you are more worthless and less fit to live than millions like this poor man's child. Oh God, to hear the insect on the leaf pronouncing on too much life among his hungry brothers in the dust." Scrooge bent before the ghost's rebuke, and, trembling, cast his eyes upon the ground, but he raised them speedily on hearing his own name. "Mr. Scrooge," said Bob. "I'll give you Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast." "The founder of the feast, indeed," cried Mrs. Cratchit, reddening. "I wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast upon, and I hope he'd have a good appetite for it." "My dear," said Bob, "the children! Christmas Day!" "It should be Christmas Day, I am sure," said she, "on which one drinks the health of such an odious, stingy, hard, unfeeling man as Mr. Scrooge. You know he is, Robert. Nobody knows it better than you do, poor fellow." "My dear," was Bob's mild answer, "Christmas Day!" "I'll drink his health for your sake, and the Daisy's," said Mrs. Cratchit. "Not for his. Long life to him. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. He'll be very merry and very happy, I have no doubt." The children drank the toast after her. It was the first of their proceedings which had no heartiness in it. Tiny Tim drank it last of all, but he didn't care 2 pence for it. Scrooge was the ogre of the family. The mention of his name cast a dark shadow on the party, which was not dispelled for full 5 minutes. After it had passed away, they were 10 times merrier than before, from the mere relief of Scrooge the baleful being done with. Bob Cratchit told them how he had a situation in his eye for Master Peter, which would bring in, if obtained, full 5 and 6 pence weekly. The 2 young Cratchits laughed tremendously at the idea of Peter's being a man of business, and Peter himself looked thoughtfully at the fire from between his collars, as if he were deliberating what particular investments he should favor when he came into the receipt of that bewildering income. Martha, who was a poor apprentice at a milliner's, then told them what kind of work she had to do, and how many hours she worked at a stretch, and how she meant to lie abed tomorrow morning for a good long rest, tomorrow being a holiday she passed at home. Also how she had seen a countess and a lord some days before, and how the lord was much about as tall as Peter, at which Peter pulled up his collar so high that you couldn't have seen his head if you had been there. All this time the chestnuts and the jug went round and by they had a song about a lost child traveling in the snow, from Tiny Tim, who had a plaintive little voice and sang it very, very well indeed. There was nothing of high mark in this. They were not a handsome family, they were not well dressed, their shoes were far from being waterproof, the clothes were scanty, and Peter might have known, and very likely did, the inside of a pawnbroker's. But they were happy, grateful, pleased with one another, and content with time, and when they faded, and looked happier yet in the bright sprinklings of the spirits' torch at parting, Scrooge had his eye upon them, especially on Tiny Tim, until the last. By this time it was getting dark, and snowing pretty heavily. Your shoes are hardly waterproof as a diss. I'm gonna use that! By this time it was getting dark and snowing pretty heavily, and as Scrooge and the Spirit went along the streets, the brightness of the roaring fires in kitchens, parlors, and all sorts of rooms was wonderful. Here the flickering of the blaze showed preparations for a cozy dinner, with hot plates baking through and through before the fire, and deep red curtains ready to be drawn to shut out cold and darkness. There, all the children of the house were running out into the snow to meet their married sisters, brothers, cousins, uncles, aunts, and be the first to greet them. Here again were shadows on the window blinds of guests assembling, and there a group of handsome girls, all hooded and fur-booted, and all chattering at once, tripped lightly off to some near neighbor's house, where woe upon the single man who saw them enter, artful witches, well they knew it, in a glow. And let me have a drink. Look at this guy with his wet ass shoes. Thank you for the gigantified emote. Accidentally creased a page there. That's alright. But if you had judged from the numbers of people on their way to friendly gatherings, you might have thought that no one else was at home to give them welcome when they got there, instead of every house expecting company and piling up its fires half chimney high, blessings on it. How the ghost exulted, how it bared its breadth of breast and opened its capacious palm, and floated on, outpouring with a generous hand its bright and harmless myrrh on everything within its reach. Mirth on everything within its reach. The very the very lamplighter who ran on before, dotting the dusky street with specks of light, and who was dressed to spend the evening somewhere, laughed out loudly as the Spirit passed, though little kent the lamplighter that he had any company but Christmas. Lamplighter. God. And now, without a word of warning from the ghost, they stood upon a bleak and desert moor, where monstrous masses of rude stone were cast about, as though it were the burial place of giants, and water spread itself wheresoever it listed, or would have done so. But for the frost that held it prisoner, and nothing grew but moss and furze and coarse, rank grass. Down in the west the setting sun had left a streak of fiery red, which glared upon the desolation for an instant, like a sullen eye, and, frowning lower yet, was lost in the thick gloom of darkest night. Hi, Mega Muck, hello, brother chicken, hell yeah! Welcome in, everyone. Welcome. My name is Myra Morse. I'm a very sleepy retromancer, and right now we're reading some Christmas Carol. We're currently on stave 3. Currently going through the Ghosts of Christmas Presents story. I hope you all had a wonderful stream. We've been reading this book for a couple weeks now. We're hoping to finish it before Christmas, and it's been pretty cozy. It's been pretty cozy. I hope you had a good stream. Christmas spirit check-in. Yeah. I think we're a little halfway through the chapter, maybe? Alright, let's continue. What place is this? Asked Scrooge. A place where miners live, who labor in the bowels of the earth, returned the spirit. But they know me, see? A light shone from the window of a hut, and swiftly they advanced towards it. Passing through the wall of mud and stone, they found a cheerful company assembled round a glowing fire. An old man and woman with their children and their children's children, and another generation beyond that, all decked out gaily in the holiday attire. The old man, in a voice that seldom rose above the howling of the wind upon the barren waste, was singing them a Christmas song. It had been a very old song when he was a boy, and from time to time they all joined in the chorus. So surely as they raised their voices, the old man got quite blithe and loud, and so, surely as they stopped, his vigor sank again. The spirit did not tarry here, but bade Scrooge hold his robe, and, passing on above the moor, sped whither? Not to sea? To sea. To Scrooge's horror, looking back, he saw the last of the land, a frightful range of rocks behind them, and his ears were deafened by the thundering of water as it rolled and roared and raged among the dreadful caverns it had worn, and fiercely tried to undermine the earth. Built upon a dismal reef of sunken rocks, some league or so from shore, on which the waters chafed and dashed, the wild year through, there stood a solitary lighthouse. Great heaps of seaweed clung to its base, and storm birds, born of the wind, one might suppose, as seaweed of the water, rose and fell about it, like the waves they skimmed. But even here, two men who watched the light had made a fire that, through the loophole in the thick stone wall, shed out a ray of brightness on the awful sea. Joining their horny hands over the rough table at which they sat, they wished each other a Merry Christmas and their can of grog, and one of them, the elder too, with his face all damaged and scarred with hard weather, as the figurehead of an old ship might be, struck up a sturdy song that was like a gale in itself. Again the ghost sped on, above the black and heaving sea, on and on, until being far away, as he told Scrooge, from any shore, they lighted on a ship. That's what the book said! That's what the book said, okay? It said horny hands. Maybe that's another way of describing calloused hands. They stood beside the helmsman at the wheel, the lookout in the bow, the officers who had the watch, dark ghostly figures in their several stations, but every man among them hummed a Christmas tune, or had a Christmas thought, or spoke below his breath to his companion of some bygone Christmas day, with homeward hopes belonging to it. And every man on board, walking or sleeping, good or bad, had a kinder word, not kinder like the chocolate, a kinder word for one another on that day than on any other day of the year, and had shared to some extent in its festivities, and had remembered those he cared for at a distance, and had known that they delighted to remember him. It was a great surprise to Scrooge, while listening to the moaning of the wind, and thinking that a solemn thing it was to move on through the lonely darkness over an unknown abyss, whose depths were secrets as profound as death. It was a great surprise to Scrooge, while thus engaged, to hear a hearty laugh. It was a much greater surprise to Scrooge to recognize it as his own nephew's, and to find himself in a bright, dry, gleaming room, with the spirit standing smiling by his side, and looking at that same nephew with approving affability. "Ha ha!" laughed Scrooge's nephew. "Ha ha ha! If you should happen by any unlikely chance to know a man more blessed in a laugh than Scrooge's nephew, all I can say is, I should like to know him too. Introduce him to me, and I'll cultivate his acquaintance." It is a fair, even-handed, noble adjustment of things, that while there is infection and disease and sorrow, there is nothing in the world so irresistibly contagious as laughter and good humor. When Scrooge's nephew laughed in this way, holding his sides, rolling his head, and twisting his face into most extravagant contortions, Scrooge's niece, by marriage, laughed as heartily as he, and their assembled friends, being not a bit behindhand, roared out lustily. "Ha ha! Ha 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 ha! He said that Christmas was a humbug, as I live!" cried Scrooge's nephew. "He believed it, too!" "More shame for him, Fred," said Scrooge's niece, indignantly. "Bless those women! They never do anything by halves. They are always in earnest." She was very pretty, exceedingly pretty, with a dimpled, surprised-looking, capital face, a ripe little mouth that seemed made to be kissed, as no doubt it was, all kinds of good little dots about her chin that melted into one another when she laughed, and the sunniest pair of eyes you ever saw in any little creature's head. Altogether, she was what you would have called provoking, you know, but satisfactory too. Oh, perfectly satisfactory. Excuse me? Provoking? In what way? "He's a comical old fellow," said Scrooge's nephew. "That's the truth, and not so pleasant as he might be. However, his offences carry their own punishment, and I have nothing to say against him." "I'm sure he is very rich, Fred," hinted Scrooge's niece. "At least you always tell me so." "What of that, my dear?" said Scrooge's nephew. "His wealth is of no use to him. He don't do any good with it. He don't make himself comfortable with it. He hasn't the satisfaction of thinking that he is ever going to benefit us with it." "I have no patience with him," observed Scrooge's niece. Scrooge's niece's sisters and all the other ladies expressed the same opinion. "Oh, I have," said Scrooge's nephew. "I am sorry for him. I couldn't be angry with him if I tried. Who suffers by his ill whims? Himself always. Here he takes it into his head to dislike us, and he won't come and dine with us. What's the consequence? He don't lose much of a dinner." "Indeed, I think he loses a very good dinner," interrupted Scrooge's niece. Everybody else said the same, and they must be allowed to have been competent judges, because they had just had dinner, and, with the dessert upon the table, were clustered round the fire by lamplight. "Well, I am very glad to hear it," said Scrooge's nephew, "because I haven't any great faith in these young housekeepers. What do you say, Topper?" Topper had clearly got his eye upon one of Scrooge's niece's sisters, for he answered that a bachelor was a wretched outcast who had no right to express an opinion on the subject. Whereat Scrooge's niece's sister, the plump one with the lace tucker, not the one with the roses, blushed. "Do go on, Fred," said Scrooge's niece, clapping her hands. "He never finishes what he begins to say. He is such a ridiculous fellow." Scrooge's nephew revelled in another laugh, and, as it was impossible to keep the infection off, though the plump sister tried hard to do it with aromatic vinegar, his example was unanimously followed. "I was only going to say," said Scrooge's nephew, "that the only consequence of his taking a dislike to us, and not making merry with us, is, as I think, that he loses some pleasant moments which could do him no harm. I am sure he loses pleasanter companions than he can find in his own thoughts, either in his mouldy old office or his dusty chambers. I mean to give him the same chance every year, whether he likes it or not, for I pity him. He may rail at Christmas till he dies, but he can't help thinking better of it. I defy him. If he finds me going there in good temper year after year and saying, 'Uncle Scrooge, how are you?' if it only puts him in the vein to leave his poor clerk £50, that's something, and I think I shook him yesterday." It was their turn now to laugh. Now, at the notion of his shaking Scrooge. It was their turn to laugh now at the notion of his shaking Scrooge. I keep wanting to say Grooge, like Groose. But being thoroughly good-natured, and not much caring what they laughed at, so they laughed at any rate. He encouraged them in their merriment, and passed the bottle joyously. Ugh, I need to drink a bit more. Groose, yeah, like from Skyward Sword. They mention a bottle and you instantly reach for the drink. I'm just drinking some water right now, bees. I'm not out of Bailey's yet, but I think I'm starting to run a little low. I've been drinking it a lot. It's been my little treat. I think I'm still good for today, at the very least. And thank you, Moo, for the 10 months. Thank you, thank you. Alright, I'm gonna lean back in my chair a little bit more. And after tea, they had some music, for they were a musical family, and knew what they were about when they sung a glee or catch, I can assure you. Especially Topper, who could growl away in the bass like a good one. It never swelled the large veins in his forehead, or get red in the face over it. Scrooge's knees played well upon the harp, and played, among other tunes, a simple little air, a mere nothing, you might learn to whistle it in 2 minutes, which had been familiar to the child who fetched Scrooge from the boarding school, as he had been reminded by the ghosts of Christmas past. When this strain of music sounded, all the things that ghosts had shown him came upon his mind. He softened more and more, and thought that if he could have listened to it often, years ago, he might have cultivated the kindness of life for his own happiness with his own hands, without resorting to the sexton's spade that buried Jacob Marley. But they didn't devote the whole evening to music. After a while they played at forfeits, for it is good to be children sometimes, and never better than at Christmas, when its mighty founder was a child himself. Stop! There was first a game at blindman's buff, of course there was, and I no more believe Topper was really blind than I believe he had eyes in his boots. My opinion is that it was done a thing between him and Scrooge's nephew, and that the ghost of Christmas present knew it. The way he went after that plump sister in the lace tucker was an outrage on the credulity of human nature, knocking down the fire irons, tumbling over the chairs, bumping up against the piano, smothering himself amongst the curtains wherever she went. There he went. He always knew where the plump sister was. He wouldn't catch anybody else. If you had fallen up against him, as some of them did, on purpose, he would have made a feint of endeavouring to seize you, which would have been an affront to your understanding, and would instantly have sidled off in the direction of the plump sister. She often cried out it wasn't fair, and it really was not, but when, at last, he caught her, when, in spite of all her silken rustlings and her rapid flutterings past him, he got her into a corner whence there was no escape, that his conduct was the most execrable. Execrable? I'm gonna look this word up. Execrable.
Execrable.
Execrable. Deserving of execration, hateful, extremely inferior, very bad. An execrable meal. Huh. Then his conduct was the most execrable, for his pretending not to know her, his pretending that it was necessary to touch her headdress, and further to assume himself of her identity by pressing a certain ring upon her finger and a certain chain around her neck, was vile, monstrous. No doubt she told him her opinion of it when, another blind man being in office, they were so very confidential together behind the curtains. Scrooge's niece was not one of the blind man's buff party, but was made comfortable with a large chair and a footstool, in a snug corner where the ghost and Scrooge were close behind her. But she joined in the forfeits, and loved her love to admiration with all the letters of the alphabet. Likewise at the game of how, when, and where, she was very great, and, to the secret joy of Scrooge's nephew, beat her sisters hollow, though they were sharp girls too, as Topper could have told you. There might have been 20 people there, young and old, but they all played, and so did Scrooge, for, wholly forgetting, in the interest he had in what was going on, that his voice made no sound in their ears. He sometimes came out with his guess quite loud, and very often guessed right too, for the sharpest needle, best Whitechapel, warranted not to cut in the eye, was not sharper than Scrooge, blunt as he took it in the head to be. The ghost was greatly pleased to find him in this mood, and looked upon him with such a favour that he begged like a boy to be allowed to stay until the guests departed. But this the spirit said could not be done. "Here's a new game," said Scrooge. "1/2 hour, spirit, only one." It was a game called Yes and No, where Scrooge's nephew had to think of something, and the rest must find out what, he only answering to their questions yes or no, as the case was. The brisk fire of questioning to which he was exposed elicited from him that he was thinking of an animal, a live animal, rather a disagreeable animal, a savage animal, an animal that growled and grunted sometimes, and talked sometimes, and lived in London, and walked about the streets, and wasn't made a show of, and wasn't led by anybody, and didn't live in a menagerie, and was never killed in a market, and was not a horse, or an ass, or a cow, or a bull, or a tiger, or a dog, or a pig, or a cat, or a bear. At every fresh question that was put to him, this nephew burst into a fresh roar of laughter, and was so inexpressibly tickled, that he was obliged to get up off the sofa and stamp. At last the plump sister, falling into a similar state, cried out, "I have found it out! I know what it is, Fred! I know what it is!" "What is it?" cried Fred. "It is your Uncle Scrooge!" Which it certainly was. Admiration was the universal sentiment, though some objected that the reply to "Is it a bear?" ought to have been yes, inasmuch as an answer in the negative was sufficient to have diverted their thoughts from Mr. Scrooge, supposing they had ever had any tendency that way. Wow! "He has given us plenty of merriment, I am sure," said Fred, "and that it would be ungrateful not to drink his health. Here's a glass of mulled wine ready to our hand at the moment, and I say, Uncle Scrooge!" "Well, Uncle Scrooge!" they cried. "A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to the old man, whatever he is," said Scrooge's nephew. "He wouldn't take it from me, but may he have it nevertheless, Uncle Scrooge." Uncle Scrooge had imperceptibly become so gay. Sorry. Uncle Scrooge had imperceptibly become so gay and light of heart that he would have pledged the unconscious company in return, and thanked them in an inaudible speech, if the ghost had given him time. But the whole scene passed off in the breath of the last words spoken by his nephew, and he and the spirit were again upon their travels. Much they saw, and far they went, and many homes they visited, but always with a happy end. The spirits stood beside sick beds, and they were cheerful, on foreign lands, and they were close at home, by struggling men, and they were patient in their greater hope, and by poverty, and it was rich, an almshouse, hospital, and jail, in misery's every refuge, where vain man in his little brief authority had not made fast the door, and barred the spirit out. He left his blessing, and taught Scrooge his precepts. It was a long night, if it were only a night, but Scrooge had his doubts of this, because the Christmas holidays appeared to be condensed into the space of time they passed together. It was strange, too, that while Scrooge remained unaltered in his outward form, the ghost grew older, clearly older. Scrooge had observed this change, but never spoke of it until they left the children's 12th night party, when, looking at the spirit as they stood together in an open place, he noticed that its hair was gray. They did say he was a bear! "Are spirits' lives so short?" asked Scrooge. "My life upon this globe is very brief," replied the ghost. "It ends tonight." "Tonight!" cried Scrooge. "Tonight at midnight. Hark! The time is drawing near." The chimes were ringing the 11:15 at that moment. "Forgive me if I am not justified in what I ask," said Scrooge, looking intently at the spirit's robe. "But I see something strange, and not belonging to yourself, protruding from your skirts. Is it a foot or a claw?" "It might be a claw, for the flesh there is upon it," was the spirit's sorrowful reply. "Look here." From the foldings of its robe it brought 2 children, wretched, abject, frightful, hideous, miserable. They knelt down at its feet and clung upon the outside of its garment. "Oh man, look here! Look down here!" exclaimed the ghost. There were a boy and girl, yellow, meager, ragged, scowling, wolfish, but prostrate, too, in their humility. Where graceful youth should have filled their features out and touched them with its freshest tints, a stale and shriveled hand like that of age had pinched and twisted them and pulled them into shreds. Where angels might have sat enthroned, devils lurked and glared out menacing. No change, no degradation, no perversion of humanity in any grade, though all the mysteries of wonderful creation has monsters half so horrible and dead. Scrooge stared back, appalled. Having them shown to him in this way, he tried to say they were fine children, but the words choked themselves rather than be parties to a lie of such enormous magnitude. "Spirit, are they yours?" Scrooge could say no more. "They are man's," said the spirit, looking down upon them, "and they cling to me, appealing from their fathers. This boy is ignorance, this girl is want. Beware of them both, and all of their degree, but most of all beware this boy, for on his brow I see that written which is doom, unless the writing be erased. Deny it," cried the spirit, stretching out its hand toward the city. "Slander those who tell it ye. Admit it for your facetious purposes, and make it worse, and bide the end." "Have they no refuge or resource?" cried Scrooge. "Are there no prisons?" said the spirit, turning on for him for the last time with his own words. "Are there no workhouses?" The bell struck 12. Scrooge looked about him for the ghost, and saw it not. As the last stroke ceased to vibrate, he remembered the prediction of old Jacob Marley, and, lifting up his eyes, beheld a solemn phantom, draped and hooded, coming like a mist along the ground toward him. And that was stave 2. What did we think? It was, very, humbling for Scrooge to have his words repeated to him. Pog Crazy loved how they turned Scrooge gay. I wasn't really expecting it, but very progressive. No, that was good. I really enjoyed this chapter. I loved the Ghost of Christmas Present showing him all the different ways even the working people are able to celebrate Christmas, but his employee going home and, you know, talking about how, you know, they invite him but they wouldn't join him. Him being faced with the people he could be helping by being more generous and using his wealth for good was very touching as well. So I love that. I love the ghost sort of making him empathize with the poor and the sick, you know, and the working. It was good. I really enjoyed that. You know, it's not doing good is not just about actively doing good, but also, you know, if you have the power to help others to use it, you know. Him being in front of his own beliefs was also very good. It was very good. I really liked that. I really enjoyed this chapter. If you want to hear more of this book, we're going to be continuing it on Thursday. We're going to read Stave 4. And then we're going to finish it next week, right before Christmas. At some point. So, yeah, we're going to continue on Thursday. But I need to end stream soon. Muppet Christmas Carol. Unfortunately, we're not going to have time to read to watch it between me finishing the book and Christmas, but we could totally watch it next year if you guys would like to. That being said, we are hanging out on Discord this evening at 6, which is in about an hour and a half. I kind of want to watch another Christmas movie, but I have no idea what kind. Because we're watching Klaus on Saturday. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna see if there's any other Christmas movies I feel like watching. I've already seen Die Hard. I watched it last year. I've also watched Arthur Christmas last year. Die Hard 2. We'll see. I'm gonna look into it and see if I can find a Christmas movie. Honestly, I'm kind of itching to watch like a shitty Christmas romance movie as well. Like a Hallmark movie. But I don't know if people would be into watching that. But I'm kind of itching for it, so I'm gonna think about what I want to watch. But I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. And yeah. Polar Express. I watched Polar Express on Sunday. I'm sorry. I've been trying to catch up on them. Next week, however, one of those evenings we have to watch the Lego Star Wars Christmas special. Jingle All the Way. We can watch Jingle All the Way or Elf. I've not seen either of those. I think I'll just put up a vote on Discord. For Elf, Jingle All the Way, or Hallmark Christmas movie. So, oh, I've not seen Gremlins either. Sure, we can put that on the list as well. But yeah, we're gonna watch the Star Wars Christmas special sometime next week. It's only 40 minutes, so I don't want to schedule like a whole watch party for it. But yeah. And ironically, I did this book in like grade 12 English or something, and being like 10 years old, out from school now, I think the way Charles Dickens writes goes crazy. It sounds so cool. Yeah, it's like he paints a very clear picture. So yeah. You said Lego Star Wars Christmas special. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. The Lego Star Wars Christmas special. Just like how we watched the Lego Star Wars Halloween special and the Lego Star Wars Summer special. I really want to watch the Lego Star Wars Christmas special next week. I'll have to ask when Tails is free, because he's my Star Wars buddy. So. Okay. Batman Returns is also a Christmas movie. Is it? Anyway. That'll be me for today. Thank you all for coming. I will be back tomorrow, and we're gonna be playing more... Have you seen the non-Lego Christmas special? I don't think so. I think tomorrow we're playing more Metroid. Yippee! So, yeah. From 1978. I've not seen it, no. Heard my name and went Bear 7 woke. I said I'll have to check in with you when you're free to do the Lego Christmas special next week. Batman Returns does happen during Christmas, so yes, it's a Christmas movie. Before you go, can I ask you what you want to add to my streamer fried rice? Shrimp. Please and thank you. I like rice. Okay, hold on. Batman Returns. Is this part of like a trilogy? Wait, it's by Tim Burton? I googled it and it says American Psycho is a Christmas movie. Sure. I mean, it's the second movie by him. Was there another Batman movie? This has Danny DeVito in it? Okay. Was there a Batman movie before this that I'd need to watch? Oh my god, he plays Penguin. Yes, Batman 1989. Okay, well then we're not watching Batman Returns today, but I'm gonna put it on my Letterboxd backlog, and maybe we can watch it next year. Batman Returns. Hold on. How do I do this? Letterboxd, please. It's Kino. Okay, maybe next year. Maybe next year. Remind me next year. Okay. No, I want to see the first one. I would like to see it. It's okay. We have enough Christmas movies to watch. All right, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna have dinner. I'm gonna relax for a bit, and then 6 p.m. tonight, in an hour and a half, we're gonna be hanging out and watching some sort of Christmas movie. And then after that, we'll have the Patreon hangout for this month. And yeah, we're just gonna have a chill time, really. Okay, for now, I think Kita is live, or was live. I don't know if he still is. Yes, he's live, but he's in ads, so we might be tubbing for a minute. Patreon hangout? Yeah, I have a Patreon for some extra stuff. It's mostly to support, like, my art stuff. And then, at least once a month, we have, like, a Patreon exclusive stream. Is, basically it. And it's usually, like, demos or games that I've been feeling like playing but can't really play on stream. It's nothing crazy, but it's pretty fun. Pretty cozy. Alright. I will see you all in a bit. And, oh, I'm tired. I need food. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm gonna rate us out to Kita. Good friend of the channel. He is, playing Teamfight Tactics. So that might be fun. I hope he comes back by the time my rate goes off. Thank you all for coming. Eat well, Myra. Thank you, thank you. Go and eat your bread pudding. Thanks, stream. Thank you, thank you. Thank you all for enjoying the reading. I didn't expect so many people to show up for them and watch them and hang out. So I'm very grateful that it's working out well. So thank you. I'm glad you guys have been enjoying it. Kita just got back. Chat, kill him. Alright, see you all later tonight. And thank you all for your bear, hon. Kita Metro Milo, Shatten, Ultra One, TKLZ Skies, Fuji, Kika Fuji, Isaac, Touches, Ticket Yarn, Amari Sock, Notification Estra, thank you. Alright, talk to you all later. Bye bye!